Imagine living life on paradise earth, right? You're perfect. You have all of eternity. You have the rest of your life. You can live for eons and eons. You're never going to perish. You're never going to pass away, right? No sickness, no death, no negativity. You're just happily living forever on paradise earth, right? It sounds appealing, right? It sounds appealing. However, there are 3 flaws that came to mind when I thought about paradise earth, right? There's 3 flaws. I want to share them with you guys, right? So, a long time ago, right? I spoke to an elder about paradise earth, right? And he said something to me that caught my attention, right? I never really thought about this before until he brought it up. But an elder said to me that Adam and Eve, they were perfect before that snake got in the picture, right? Before Satan came in the picture, right? Mind you, I don't believe in this nonsense, right? I'm just speaking about what this elder taught me. But anywho, so this elder told me about Adam and Eve and how they were perfect before the snake got in the picture, right? And they were fully nude, mind you. When they were perfect, they were fully nude, right? Before they was quote unquote imperfect after the snake got to them, right? Satan, the devil, got to them, whatever. But they were fully nude, right? So this elder said to me, he said, "Oh, you know what? When we're in paradise, we're gonna be fully nude again because that was the original way. That's how Adam and Eve were originally. They were fully nude when they were perfect. But when they messed up, when they sinned against Jehovah, that's when they realized that, they needed to cover themselves, right? They needed to cover themselves. So this elder was pretty much telling me that once that 1,000 years hit, it's a big possibility, right? It's a big possibility that we might go back to but that, hypothetically speaking, in La La Land, right? Jehovah's Witness world, that Jehovah's Witnesses might go back to walking around in a nude, because he said Adam and Eve, they were doing it originally prior to Satan the devil in the picture, right? Before Satan the devil, they were walking around in a nude. So he said that once all Jehovah's Witnesses are perfect after the 1,000-year reign, we might go back to that the Jehovah's Witnesses might go back to walking around in a nude, right? 100% nude. And yes, he has a point. He has a valid point. Adam and Eve, they were perfect when they were nude, right? When they sinned against God, that's when they realized that, they needed to cover themselves up, right? But they were nude before that. So he has a valid point. But I said, hold on. I said, wait, hold on. That can't happen in paradise earth. You honestly think that people could walk around nude, guys with their dicks out, women with their boobs out? You honestly think that people are going to be able to control themselves? I don't want to hear that, after 1,000 years, they're going to be perfect. No. They're going to be perfect, but guess what? Adam and Eve were perfect, right? And what choice did they make? Right? Now, mind you, I don't believe in this nonsense. I don't believe in this. I'm just speaking from, I'm thinking with a Jehovah Witness mindset, right? I don't believe in none of this. But I'm putting my mind frame with a Jehovah's Witness, right? Because that's how they would think. Anywho, so this elder is telling me that, we might be walking around nude in paradise. Sorry. He said we might be walking around nude in paradise earth, right? And I'm like, I don't think so. No way in hell. Because it's only natural it's only natural that people from this system of things, right? This imperfect system of things, if they were to go into the next system, paradise, earth, whatever, right? If you were to see someone of the opposite sex, if a guy were to see a female 100% fully nude, her breasts out, her, everything out, right? And vice versa, if a sister were to see a guy with his dangling out, right? Both parties would get aroused. That's only natural. So when he said that, I said, no, it doesn't matter if you're perfect or not. That's irrelevant, right? Our sexual we were attracted to the opposite sex for the most part, right? We're gonna get aroused. So if that were to happen, if people were to be walking around fully nude, even after being perfect, after 1,000-year reign, once they're perfect, that's still gonna be a problem. Because as long as people have free will, right? Adam and Eve had free will. And look how that happened. They were perfect. Mind you, they were perfect. But they still had free will at the end of the day, right? And look how that worked out for them, right? So that is my personal, that's flaw number one. That's flaw number one with the paradise earth, right? Because this elder, he was certain, we're going to be walking around in the nude. I was like, no, buddy. That's going to be a big problem. And me, if I'm single, and in paradise earth, hypothetically speaking, remember, mind you, I don't believe in this nonsense. I don't believe in it. I'm just speaking in hypothetical terms. If I was in a new system, hypothetically, right? And if I was single and I saw a sister walking around in the nude, I would get aroused. That's only natural. That's only natural, right? We're going to have judicial meetings in a new system. I can't jerk off. If I see a sister walking in the nude, I can't jerk off and get excited. You going to send me in the back room and in the new system? Come on, man. Stop. Come on. Anywho, so that is my one flaw with the paradise earth, right? Number two is, and there's quite a few people that could probably relate to this, right? Now, when I was in an organization, I've never felt like I fitted in. I never felt like I belonged, right? I've traveled to a few different countries. I've been in a few different congregations, and I never felt like I actually belonged to the organization, to the Jehovah's Witness organization, right? And before I proceed, let me just tell the story real quick. So, when I was trying to come back a few years ago, right? I was going to the meetings. This is before COVID. This is right before COVID. I was trying to go, I was going to the meetings, right? And I didn't have a lot of suits back then. I was out in the world. I was inactive for quite some time. Excuse me. I was inactive for quite some time. And like I said, I didn't have a lot of suits. So I had a lot of cardigan sweaters. I had a lot of shirts, ties, but I didn't have a lot of blazers, right? So I remember one day I went to the meeting and I had a cardigan, right? I made sure I matched. I had a cardigan, a nice shirt, and a tie, right? But I wasn't wearing a blazer, right? So I happened to walk up. I went to the bathroom during the meeting, right? And this brother, he looked at me like, you're not wearing you're not wearing a suit? Like his face said it. His face said, "Oh, you're not wearing a suit. You're just wearing a cardigan sweater." Like he didn't say anything with his words, but his face said it. He was looking at me up and down like, "That's what you went to the meeting, right?" And I said to myself, "Wow, that's how they roll. That's how they treat their members who are trying to come back." I was inactive at that time, trying to come back to the meetings, right? And this brother, he's looking at me up and down like, "Oh, you're not wearing a suit to the meeting? You wearing a cardigan sweater, a shirt and a tie, but no blazer?" Judging me. He was prejudging me, this brother, right? And I said to myself, now, what if we enter the new system, right? Now, mind you, Jehovah's Witnesses believe that there's going to be free will, right? That people are going to have free will in the new system. Free will comes with a price, right? So if everybody has free will in the new system, right? Now, what if you don't like somebody? When I was a Jehovah's Witness, like I said, I've been to plenty of congregations. I was a Jehovah's Witness in 3 different countries. America, Australia, New Zealand, right? I met heaps of so-called Jehovah's Witness friends, right? But in every congregation I've been to, I met a few people that like me, right? But I also met quite a few people that they weren't fond of me. I wasn't their cup of tea, right? And I am extremely, extremely good at reading people. If somebody doesn't like me, even if they try to front, put on that persona, I can tell, I can read past that bullshit, right? So when I was going to the meetings, they talk about this agape love. That's bullshit. As you guys know, that's bullshit, right? So when I was going to the meetings, I said to myself, if these people, if we're supposed to be brothers and sisters, and they aren't that fond of me now, how's that going to work in the new system? What if we enter the new system and I try to approach these people and I try to, arrange a meetup, go out, whatever, in the new system, right? And what if they don't like me? What if they say, oh, no, we don't want to hang out with you. We don't, no, you're good. What then? You see, I asked this question. I asked this question to some elders back in the day, right? Because this has always been on my mind. This has been my number one problem with the organization. Sorry, my number one problem with the people going to paradise, right? Because I said to myself, hold on, what if these brothers and sisters, if they aren't a big fan of me now, how do I know that things are going to change in the new system? Just because, we're going to be perfect? Okay, fine. But guess what? You're still going to have free will, right? People with free will, that has never worked out in my favor. So if people are going to have free will in the new system, what's going to be different? If they don't like me now, how am I certain that they're going to like me in a new system? How? How do I know? Right? So I said this to an elder way back in the day, right? And he goes, oh, well, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. You might be a different person. He said it to me. He said, oh, you might be a different person. So he's pretty much blaming me because Jehovah's Witnesses, because I'm not the cool Jehovah's Witness, right? He's pretty much saying to me, oh, you might be a different person. So there might be something wrong with you. You might change, and people might like you better in the new system. Huh? I'm being me. I shouldn't have to change. I'm always me. If you can't, I'm not putting on the front. I'm not putting on no persona, nothing. If people don't like me for me being me, then I don't know what to say. But I'm not going to change, and I shouldn't have to change. I should always be my true, authentic self, right? Which I was back in the day as a witness. But this is the problem with witnesses, with the organization. This organization will throw anywhere between 100 to 200 people in a congregation, right? They just shove them together. 100 to 200 people in a congregation, and they would tell everybody, oh, everybody, love everybody. You guys, make sure you love everybody. That is not realistic, right? Because everybody has different personalities. We all have different likes and dislikes. So you can't tell people to, oh, everybody, love everybody in the congregation. Yes, on paper, it sounds legit. We should. And in retrospect, everybody should love everybody on this planet. Not just with the Jehovah's Witness religion, but in general, right? Everybody should have a general love for everybody on this planet, right? But this organization, this is what they do. They would shove 100 to 200 people in the same congregation and tell everybody, oh, make sure you love everybody. Have love for everybody in the congregation. It sounds good on paper. It does. But in reality, we know that's not the situation. That's not the case. When you go to a congregation, there are so many cliques, right? There's favoritism. There's people that hang out with only people in their own genre, right? Elders hang out with elders, Elders' wives hang out with elders' wives. Pioneers hang out with pioneers, right? And so forth. It's all about cliques. Not when you go to a congregation, everybody doesn't hang out with everybody. If there's 200 people in the congregation, all 200 people, they don't all mingle and hang out with everybody. They don't associate with everybody outside the congregation. They only hang out with their people, right? There's cliques among the Jehovah's Witnesses. So, if you were to bring that into the new system, right, into the paradise earth, if you don't like somebody right now in your congregation, how are you certain that you're gonna like that person in the paradise earth in the new system? That was my question, because I felt the hate back in the day. I realized that people didn't love me back in the day. So I said, hold on, these are supposed to be my people, and they don't love me now. If they don't love me now, how am I certain that they're gonna love me in paradise earth? I asked my mom. I asked my mom, asked minister servants, asked elders that. No one could give me a legit answer, right? No one could give me the answer. And that was the number one question that was on my mind as a witness. I said to myself, hold on, I'm going to these meetings. These people, they don't love me. I realized that. These witnesses, they don't love me. So I said to myself, I'm supposed to enter paradise earth and live forever with these people when they don't love me right now? And I'm supposed to live forever? Forever sounds like hell. Paradise earth, it sounds like hell to me, eventually. Imagine being somewhere where you don't belong. Imagine being somewhere where people don't love you. They're supposed to be your people, but they don't love you. Outside the congregation, outside the kingdom hall, you guys don't associate together, right? They only talk to you inside the kingdom hall. That's fake love. That's fake as fuck. I don't want that love. So imagine living forever in paradise with these people. I couldn't comprehend that. I couldn't. Right? So that was my second question in regards to living in paradise earth, in regards to residing in paradise earth. That was my second doubtful question, right? Because I kept saying to myself, if people have free will, not in reality, not every witness gets along with every witness. So what's going to be different in the new system? What's going to be different? Oh, you're perfect? Okay, you're perfect. Okay, you're perfect. But guess what? You're still going to have free will, right? Now, me personally, I don't love pickles, right? I understand God has created everything on this planet, right? Everything on this planet. Now, God has created pickles. I hate pickles. In the next system, hypothetically speaking, remember, I don't believe in paradise earth. I don't believe in all that bullshit, right? But hypothetically speaking, let's say that there was a paradise earth, that was bound to come, right? Hypothetically speaking, right? I hate pickles in this system. The texture, the taste, everything. I hate pickles. In the next system, I'm going to still hate pickles, right? Nothing's going to change. I have free will. I understand that God created pickles. He created all types of fruits and vegetables, right? But just because God created everything doesn't mean that you have to like everything, right? I hate pickles in this generation, this system. I'm going to hate pickles in the next system, right? So likewise, the same with people. If you don't like people in this system, what's stopping you from not liking them in the next system? What's stopping you, right? When you throw free will in the picture, right? When you throw free will in the picture, it doesn't matter if it's this system or the next system. Free will is free will, right? And that was something that was always on my mind. That was something that was always on my mind. I said to myself, I'm going to these meetings. Mind you, I'm really good at reading people. If these people in this congregation, if they don't have a love for me, right? How can I say that they're going to have a love for me in the next system when they're going to still have free will? That is something that no elder, No minister servant. That's something that no one, they can't answer that to this day. They can't correct that to this day. Because once you have free will, people they want to do whatever they want to do, right? It doesn't matter if you're perfect or not. Like I said, Adam and Eve, they had free will, supposedly, right? And look what happened. They were perfect people. Just like Jehovah's Witnesses are bound to be perfect people after the 1,000-year reign, right? Adam and Eve they were perfect people. And they still fucked up. So, it is what it is, right? Anywho, that was my second doubt. I didn't mean to spend that much time on that. My third doubt about Paradise Earth, right? Now, when I was a witness, they would show all these pictures about witnesses being vegetarians in Paradise Earth. What's that about? Now, you can't have black people in Paradise Earth and have chickens, pigs, and cows running around, right? That's not gonna happen. No way in hell. Now, I'm not speaking for every black person, right? But I'm speaking for myself. If I made it to Paradise Earth, and if I was craving some meat, and I saw some chicken running around, guess what? I'm having chicken wings that night. If I saw some pigs running around, I'm making some bacon in the morning. If I saw some cow running around, I'm making me a fucking cheeseburger, right? I don't want to hear about no fucking vegetarian bullshit, right? Witnesses say, oh, we're going to be vegetarians. Fuck that. I'm not being no fucking vegetarian in the new system. Are you kidding me? You think I'm going to be a vegetarian when I see literally meat running around, chickens, cows, turkey, all these animals running around? You think I'm gonna be a fucking vegetarian when it's literally meat? You think I'm gonna be eating vegetables and fucking fruits all day long? No, buddy. That's not gonna happen. No way in hell. Like I said, if I see chicken running around in a Paradise Earth, we having chicken wings. I'm making some baby back ribs if I see some cow. If I see some pork, we having pulled pork with extra barbecue sauce on the side, right? So I don't want to hear about this vegetarian. When they started talking about that vegetarian bullshit, no, that's not happening. No way in hell. That's not happening. I would rather die. Kill me. I would rather die than be a fucking vegetarian. Why can't we have meat? If we're having meat now, right? If pork, beef, chicken, turkey, fish, if we can eat all this food now, all these meats now, why can't we have this in the new system? That's torture. To give somebody something now and then take it away from them later on. Say, oh, no. Just have fruits and vegetables and some nuts. Huh? What? No. I would be the first one to die. I would be the first one to go in Paradise Earth. Because there's no way in hell that I'm going to have an abundance of meat, right? Right now in this system. And then I'm going to enter Paradise Earth and look at all the chickens, all the turkeys, all the fish, all the pigs, all the cows roaming around free. And then my stomach is not going to be growling. There's no way in hell that's not going to happen. Like I said, I'm making me some burgers, some ribs, some wings. I'm making me something. So that didn't even make sense to me. When they was talking about that vegetarian bullshit, and I saw all those pictures of people eating vegetables and fruits in the new system. Nah, buddy. I'm good. Like I said, I'll be the first to go. That didn't even make sense. When it's talking about that vegetarian bullshit, I was like, hold on, huh? Oh, make that make sense. That makes no sense. If we could eat it now, right? If that was forbidden, then guess what? That would be a doctrine applied to witnesses right now, right? Why wait to the new system? That would be applied right now. That would be a doctrine. Thou should not eat meat at all. Only vegetables and fruits. That would be a doctrine right now. Why would we start that only in the Paradise Earth? The Paradise, that makes no sense, right? And even if it is true, like I said, I would be the first to go because any animal that I see coming my way, chicken, cows, turkey, pig, I don't care. any animal coming my way, that's my dinner, right? So I never fully comprehend that it's not a doctrine, but I never fully comprehended when people said that, oh, in a new system, we're going to be vegetarians. That sounds like hell. That sounds like, yeah, that's not a paradise earth. That's not a paradise earth at all, you know? But anywho, that is all those things I told you. You know, people walking around supposedly in the nude, because remember, Adam and Eve, they were fully nude before they were witnesses. Oh, sorry, before they were imperfect, right? When they were perfect, they were fully nude. If witnesses were nude in paradise earth, that would be a big problem, right? That was my number one flaw. Number two was, oh yeah, people not liking everybody, right? If you don't like somebody in paradise earth, what happens? People still gonna have free will, right? So if you were to walk into somebody and say, hey, let's hang out sometime, and that person didn't like you, remember, they have free will. They're not forced to love you, right? If that person didn't want to associate with you, how would that work in a new system? If that person wasn't your cup of tea, right? Or vice versa, whatever, how would that work in a new system? Because you're still going to have free will at the end of the day. So not everybody's going to be best friends. Not everybody's going to like everybody, right? And that's natural. That's all right. But how would that work in a new system? Because they've been telling, oh, everybody's going to hold hands and say, kumbaya, we're all going to be brothers and sisters. That's not the reality. Because that is not the reality right now. If you walk inside of a congregation right now, you're not going to see 100 people, 200 people. You're not going to see everybody associating with everyone, right? You're going to see cliques. There's going to be favoritisms, right? So how would that work in a new system? If people don't have a general love for each other right now, how would that work in a new system, even if people were perfect? That's irrelevant. People being perfect, it's irrelevant, because guess what? As long as you have free will, that means you're not going to love everybody. You're going to treat some people better than others, right? So how would that work in a new system? That's 2. 3, like I just told you. What if people wanted to eat meat? God is just going to take that desire away from people? Oh, no, we're just going to be vegetarians. God's going to just wipe that slate clean? No, that's not going to happen. Why would God do that? If you enjoy eating meat in this system, right? Why would God want you to only eat vegetables? And like I said, if that was the thing, right? If God really did not want you to eat meat in this system, guess what? Sorry, if he didn't want you to eat meat in the next system, in paradise earth, right? Why would that happen? Why would that start in paradise, right? If he really didn't want witnesses to eat meat, why would that not apply now to modern day Christians, to witnesses? Why? Why would it start then and not now? And that was a real thing. If God really didn't want people to abuse animals, eat animals, kill animals, why would it start in a new system and not now? That would start now. That would be a doctrine, right? But it's not. So if you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this, like I said, this is just my 3 personal things that I found a little iffy with the whole paradise earth theory, right? This is my personal perspective, right? But yeah, that's that. Whew, that was a lot. I didn't mean to make the video that long. Guys, I'll see you guys on the next video, right?